All right, everybody, welcome back for another deep dive.
Yeah, excited for this one.
So today we're really looking at this idea of what it takes to stand out and make an impression.
Yeah.
We've got a really fascinating excerpt here that kind of lays out almost a guide to grabbing attention and really putting yourself out there.
Definitely. And I think one of the things that I found really interesting was how the excerpt really emphasized the need to be conspicuous, like almost to a fault.
Mm.
Really.
Yeah, it even uses that phrase, court attention at all cost, which is like,
Yeah.
whoa, okay. Is that always the right approach? I mean, is there a point where that backfires?
Well, it's interesting because it can be kind of a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
I think a good way to think about it is like imagine you're at a crowded party.
Right.
And, you could try to shout the loudest to get noticed, but would that really attract the people you want to connect with?
Probably not the right people, no.
Exactly. It's not really about being the loudest voice in the room, right? It's about being authentic and genuine. I think a really good example of this is like, insert example of a well-known figure who is known for their unique, authentic style.
Oh, yeah.
They stand out because they're true to themselves, not because they're trying too hard.
Absolutely. And, that makes me think of another point that the source makes where it says, everything is judged by its appearance. What is unseen counts for nothing. So
Yeah.
how much truth is there to that? I mean...
Well, there's no denying that first impressions are powerful.
Right.
I mean, think about it. When you meet someone for the first time or you visit a website or you see someone's Instagram feed...
Instantly judging. Yeah.
We make these snap judgments,
Totally.
right, based on often very superficial things.
Sure.
Clothes, body language, a logo, a design.
Judging a book by its cover.
Exactly. And, sometimes we get it right,
Yeah.
but often, those initial impressions can be misleading.
Okay, so we've got first impressions. We've got, this idea of courting attention.
Mhm.
Let's be real.
Right.
In the world that's just constantly bombarded with information and everyone's vying for our attention, how do you actually cut through the noise?
Right.
How do you make sure that you're not just fading into the background,
Yeah, and how do you do it authentically?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are some tangible things our listener can do?
Well, I think it comes down to cultivating what I like to call the 3 C's.
3 C's. Okay. I like this already.
All right, so the first C is for clarity.
Okay.
You need to be crystal clear about who you are, what you do, and what makes you unique.
Right.
What are your strengths? What are you passionate about?
So know yourself, basically.
Know yourself exactly. And once you have that clarity, it informs everything you do.
Yeah.
The way you present yourself online, the projects you choose to work on, even the way you talk about yourself.
That makes sense.
The second C is for confidence. And now this doesn't mean being arrogant.
Right.
But it does mean owning your strengths and sharing your ideas with conviction.
Yeah.
People are naturally drawn to those who believe in themselves.
Totally. I mean, it's way more compelling to listen to someone who's passionate and believes in what they're saying.
Exactly.
And someone who's kind of unsure.
Right. And then the third C is for connection, because it's not enough to just stand out.
Right.
You need to connect with people on a meaningful level.
So build relationships.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Build relationships, find common ground, be a good listener, show genuine interest in others.
I love that clarity, confidence, connection.
The 3 C's.
The 3 C's for success. But going back to the source material, this whole court attention at all cost idea, doesn't that kind of contradict this idea of genuine connection?
It can if your intention is off.
Right.
Are you seeking attention just for validation or to manipulate others?
Mm-hmm.
Or are you seeking attention because you genuinely have something valuable to offer?
Yeah.
A story to tell, a skill to share, a problem to solve.
Because you want to contribute.
Exactly. If your intention is pure and your actions are aligned with your values, then you'll attract the right kind of attention.
The right kind of attention.
The kind that leads to meaningful relationships and opportunities.
So it's not just about being seen.
Right.
It's about being seen for the right reasons by the right people.
Absolutely.
To sum up, I think what we've learned today is that first impressions matter.
Yeah.
But they shouldn't be. The whole story.
For sure.
Standing out requires clarity about who you are and what you offer.
Mm-hmm.
It requires the confidence to share your ideas and your work with the world.
Yeah.
And it requires a genuine desire to connect with others.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
And that brings us to a final thought for all of you listening out there. In a world that's overflowing with information and attention-grabbing tactics, How can you make sure that your unique value, your contributions, are not just noticed, but truly understood and appreciated?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Something to think about.
All right, until next time, thanks for joining us for another deep dive.
See you then.
Bye.
Bye.